All right, so let's try this again. All right, so who wants to go ahead and give a recap of the last session?
I guess I'll do it. Haven't done it in a while. Last session, we had just finished. We just saw a whole bunch of elven figures, or not elven, but mage figures appear before us, including one that seemed rather powerful that we fought, and through great effort, were able to beat and kill most of them. And when we got the big bad almost killed, he instead reached up and grabbed power from beyond the 9 hells, I think it was, and transformed into a much larger demon, where he tried to kill us, but then he was thwarted. I forget how. I think it was Ferric.
Yeah, so
That's what I thought. Okay.
yeah, so following Ferric's ignition of his crest, at the beginning of the fight with Malachi Nevrand, the gentleman who, among other things, was the progenitor of Ferric and the captor and, in a way, murderer of Ferric's daughter. You all did battle. Malachi is a very powerful wizard and sorcerer, and when nearing his defeat at your hands, he looked up, claiming that they had a deal, and you saw opening up in the ceiling a gigantic red eye surrounded by flaming chains.
Have we seen this eye before?
I believe we've seen
Make a religion check.
Okay. I know we've seen eyes before, so
Yeah, make a religion check for me.
You could ask us to make one.
I don't think I would have seen it, so
I'll call for it. I forgot. This works now because it wasn't working before. Oh, I need to do a handful of things. These are... I am learning how to use this. This one. This one. This one. Not
Mine
this
says I don't have sufficient permissions.
Yeah, it's because you don't have that character anymore.
Oh, touche.
You can reconfigure your character roles. Sorry, the UI for this is different.
I already rolled mine. Oh, I got worse.
I rolled bad.
I will say you're not sure of any significance now. But you do have the identifiers of, giant glowing red eye, fiery chain surrounding it. Looks very much like the image that you see on your screen now, which I showed last time, but people didn't missed it apparently when I talked to them later.
I remember seeing this eye.
Yeah. It's a good image. But in doing so, he began to transform into a creature that you wouldn't say is wholly like fiendish in nature. It did have fiendish qualities, but it also had this like almost like reptilian quality to it. Let me pull up the image real quick for you guys. Show portrait. Show players.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had this like almost like fiendish and reptilian qualities to him after this transformation. It did not seem very pleasant. He did not seem to enjoy it. And at the same point, Ferric had transitioned into a gigantic mechanized avatar of vengeance, avatar of war. And with largely due to Ferric's help, you were able to succeed. And in the end, it was Ferric who essentially ripped Malachi out of this creature, laying his body at the floor before reverting down to his normal size and having a choice to make. You saw... Let me preload this. You
In
saw sort of...
Ferric's mind, he ripped away he took away the power that Malachi had, like he had taken away the power from him.
And in a wash of brilliant yellow and white light, a friend is returned. Clarence Whitestone, a fallen member coming back to battle. But with that gained, Ferric's armor pieces fall apart, wrapping himself in a glowing yellow cocoon. And emerging is not Ferric, but instead John.
Yes. You said something. What?
Emerging is
Oh. Yes. Dashiell Phyrexies. This is him. He, I, me. Hello. That's all.
well, the scene is yours, so.
Oh.
Also, you could describe what you look like and all of that sort of stuff, so that we know who we're talking to.
Sorry, my contact was popping out.
Oh.
Before you stands Dashiell Phyrexies. He's older elven man, white haired, long ears. One of them is clipped at the end. He has a rather stately appearance, just in the way that he carries himself in the air of his presence. He kind of kneels on the ground. Forgive me. I'm just feeling a bit unwell at the moment. It's very different than it was just well, quite frankly, 2 minutes ago, and then a minute before that. It's very different.
Is that you, Ferric?
Yes. No. Yes. No. Dashiell.
Do you remember anything?
Absolutely, you're my friends. I remember everything.
Well, that's good news.
Says, well, it's finally, it's wonderful to finally meet you.
It's lovely to meet you too. Again, we do know each other. I'm saying.
Well, it's the new face for us.
This is true. Very true.
Reach out and touch it and make sure it's not just another illusion, like clumsily.
He kind of recoils first and then kind of leans into your hand. And he's like, "Oh, I haven't felt anything on my skin in years.
He's gonna pull his hand back. Well, don't get any ideas.
No, you forget the little things. His eyes are kind of watering, and he's holding his chest.
Are you okay? Do you need to sit down for a minute? That looked intense.
Would you feel better if we found you a big gun?
I'm not quite sure. I'd be a very good shot, but we could give it a try. Perhaps a pistol or something
Oh.
first. A large gun seems. He kind of like flexes his arm a little bit. Maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah, that might not work out too well.
No.
So, do you remember before Ferric now as well?
I do. I remember much more things. But it's funny. It's all good things. I used to have lingering thoughts of so much bad in the back of my head.
That's
And,
normal.
But there was no good there. There was just a small pinhole of light. And traveling with you, my friends, made that pinhole into a doorway for me to walk through. And I greatly appreciate that. But I found the good out of all of the bad. There's just some things I seem to have blocked out intentionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know the feeling. Sometimes you charge headfirst into the enemy, and then it's dark all of a sudden. Everyone's dead, and you don't know what happened. But
I see what you're getting at, Balin, and I do appreciate it.
it's
That
good.
was quite
It's the mind protecting itself.
that is quite an attempt at empathy. I appreciate it. Yes, that is quite what this is like. Can I shake your hand?
Oh, absolutely. I'll hold out my hand, and I'll.
He gives
You
you the
actually-
firmest handshake.
As you do,
Good try.
you actually don't quite get to meet hands because Clarence intercepts and just bear hugs Ferric.
Oh dear. Oh.
There you go,
And, like,
Clarence.
kind of like lifts him up a little bit.
I think it
There,
hurts.
there.
I think it hurts.
Griselda puts on a big smile watching this show of affection.
Pain is so different.
Yeah, and he's in fucking full plate, so it's not the most comfortable hug, but he gets in there.
Clarence, we deeply missed you. We renamed ourselves after you, actually.
That was the
He
least
points
I
to
checked.
he points to his like shield where he like hand drew like this red talon symbol. And he's like,
Well, the color was a bit off.
Yeah, there was some conflict with the color, and you were there.
It was a branding thing. And your brand is excellent, Clarence.
Billy's finally
Indeed.
had a good idea, so we had to give it to her.
Well, perhaps we should try to figure out what we should do next with that crest and all.
Ferric kind of looks over at Short Fuse and sees he's kind of keeping a distance. And he just kind of looks over at Balin and he says, I think he's just going to need some time.
Yeah, I think so too. He
Yeah,
was
like-
very fond of Ferric.
He needs to understand that I am Ferric, but I understand it's difficult because I do look so different now. And I obviously sound quite a bit different. It's strange.
You sound about the same. I'm just teasing it. I'll give him a shove on the shoulder.
Well, ow. Please be careful when
Sorry,
you
I'm
do
used
that
to
again.
shoving a 900-pound golem.
Something along that lines.
My bad.
Yeah. But how tall are you, Balin?
Oh, it's like 6'3".
6'3". He's about your height,
Okay.
so he's tall. He's not like short.
I got at least 100 pounds on him.
Oh yeah, easily, easily. But he's more like a slender, strong build. Strong being weak, weak emphasis. He stands up straight, and yeah. Griselda,
What is it, dear?
it's very nice to meet you in person, and I greatly look forward to trying some of your delicacies now.
It will make cooking a lot easier now that I don't have to also put a pot of oil for you as well. And I'm looking forward for you trying it.
Fantastic.
You just let me know what you want me to cook for you, dear.
It's just probably best if we don't do it at Salisa's. I don't think they would appreciate that.
So
Couldn't hear you, Ricky.
You have servants for that. That's
We
the
have
joke
servants
John's
for
making.
yeah,
That's the joke John's making.
but we filled a room with poop last time we were there, so like,
that was him.
Ferric looks over at Salisa. Like, please don't remind me about that experience.
sure. You seem to really like the shower, though.
No. No, Solis.
It seemed like you went back another time.
Yes, and I will probably ask to do that later, but not appropriate.
So, do you have anywhere? Do you remember like where you lived? I know we looked for your house and where it used to be.
We
But do you
did.
like have anywhere to go?
I put my hand on Dashiell's shoulder. If you use the same setting you used when you were a robot, it will kill you. Don't do it.
The same what?
The same setting for the shower that you used when you were Ferric.
Oh,
Don't
dear
do
Lord.
that.
Oh,
It will kill you.
are you sure?
Definitely.
We don't know till we try, do we?
They use that, like, they had to use the setting that like they use for etching marble.
That's like 30,000 fucking
Oh
PSI.
dear, that would be a bad idea.
John, now that you're back in your more right mind, there you were in with the statue. That was like a blank lot with the statue. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
where
yeah.
your manor, your
That was
compound
where-
was.
Yeah.
It was right near the art college, the School of
Yeah.
Artistry, which is where your daughter was planning on going.
Right.
But
Well, we
now
found
you
my
do
home.
not. Yeah.
It's just obviously there's nothing there anymore, so. And if I don't technically exist anymore in this world of Doma, and
Well-
my family does not, then I would assume that I am homeless.
Well, dear, do we want to try to bring you back to life legally, or do you want to kind of stay at the state that you're in?
I'm sure to come in due time, Nan. But,
She nods in understanding.
there's definitely some things I should take care of before announcing myself to a few individuals that I know.
I mean, we killed this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He is
Griselda,
real
could you look over his body? Not my
course, dear.
favorite thing.
Here, I'll help. I'll kind of lift him up a little bit and help maneuver.
If you look here at the particular imaging, you can see he's fucking dead.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's what he. God damn it! Thank you for critting that.
So yeah, so he is human. He weird. The injuries that he sustained before the transformation do not appear to be there. This seems almost like he was completely rejuvenated before the transformation, and then as Ferric did what he did, it sort of basically severed whatever part of him was in this body and in the monster. So the person that this was died in the monster, and this is just the form that he inhabited previously.
Yeah.
It's a husk.
Yeah.
But you do he's wearing very, very nice clothes, very, nice popped collar, very
Well, these
Saturday
are doing
morning.
nicely for all the homeless down below.
I don't have a portrait for him, but yeah, very nice clothes. He does have a handful of things that might be of use. You see, he does have a very, very nice ring. He has a wand that he was using, and then he does have a tome as well. That's sort of like strapped to his hip.
What does the ring look like? Oh, there it is. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd have to cast Identify on it. I don't need a spell book. I'm a warlock. I'll hold
I
on
actually
to
have
the
Identify. As
inspiration.
long as we have a pearl, we can take the time and I can identify it.
What is time?
We are on a fortress.
Yeah.
We might not want to do that here.
Here, go and pick up the ring, Griselda, and if you can figure out what it is.
Take
You
the
should
spell
probably hold
book as
on to
well, Griselda.
I'd be quite careful with whatever we took from this man. If
Oh,
you
of
could
course.
call him that.
Oh,
I'm certain that some of it must be cursed.
I definitely agree. I
Um,
have several items that I've been picking up along the way that I think we should look at when we get down from here. By the way, I am able to use the spell Fly should we need it for any reason.
Well, we just might.
Well, I know Ferric had some things, but I guess they're gone. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, realistically,
I know.
most of his stuff was very bespoke to him. Like I looked through his character sheet if there's anything that like would transfer to whatever.
It's just like basics.
Well,
some
it's
potions.
basics, but it's like your armor, which is Ferric's armor that was part of him because he's a Warforged.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, pretty much. Well, here you do that would be. You can have that.
Oh,
I don't
yes,
think you want
please.
the rotten food.
I'm just gonna drop
yeah.
everything that's like kind
I
of
need my
useful.
cane.
Get to it.
Wasn't the cane an illusion?
Nope.
Technically, no.
Okay.
Nope, it was
It was
created.
created, like he said.
Yeah, the armor and the weapons I'm not going to transfer over because they were ingrained with Ferric.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's most of the stuff that was there.
Cool. Yeah, that about sums up what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
The Silent Princess is what I was mainly looking for.
Yeah. And so yeah, Kriv sort of walks over to you all. Well, I'm not sure exactly who I expected to come and help me out, but you all definitely aren't what I expected.
Kriv
We've
Linksak
heard that one before.
Ascendalor. I swear I've heard that name before. No.
Well, it is probably it is the most common surname for Dragonborns from my region, so it's fairly likely that you've heard it. It's sort of like Johnson for folk like him. Points at Balin.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Seems a little,
A little on the nose.
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Well, it's true, ain't it?
I have never heard the surname of Johnson. I think your opinion of people like me is a little skewed.
Yes. I agree.
Yes,
But
everyone I
we
know
did
has quite a
save you.
fantastical last name.
Yes.
Same.
Like Linksak Ascendalor.
Like Innikeg.
I still can't say that name. It's too hard.
I had a whole
Whose name?
campaign to figure it out.
What, Krivling Sakasendalor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I practiced saying it just so I could say it in character.
Sitting in the car, just reading it to yourself.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's like a default Dragonborn name from like the books.
It sounds about right.
Probably.
Yeah, for you, that makes sense.
Yeah. But what did
Well, we did
was
come
there
here
any?
just for you. Bust you out.
You said what?
So we did come here just for you, though. Bust you out. And to break up their
And-
operation. It was,
I mean, I mainly came to kill that guy, and I was very happy that you happened to be here too. Or maybe it was the other way around.
And I know you said Bonnie sent you.
yes.
Yeah, Bonnie sent us to look for you.
How is
She said she was going to go look for someone named Penny, is what the group
yeah,
said
that
to me.
tracks. Penny's the one that we really need. How is she?
Oh, I've never met Penny, so.
No, Bonnie.
Oh, sorry. We met her on the high seas. She was being a pirate, trying to,
He tried to take our ship.
yeah, unsuccessfully. But she tried
Very,
to be
very unsuccessfully.
People process grief in all kinds of ways.
By
Piracy's
being badly being a pirate. Really?
poorly, I think is the word.
That is that. It might not seem like it, but yeah, that's that can be one way.
It's weird.
Good,
I
I'm
seem to
glad
have
she's-
forgotten some feelings.
I'm glad she's out and not holed up like she has been. And it seems like she's got set you guys on a mission. Why come to get me? What do I have to do with any of this?
I'll I'll show him my right arm where my crest is. And it's like, well, we all know it has to do with this, right?
Everybody with the crest is involved with this, Kriv.
But what is this? That's what I'm asking.
I thought you knew more. Well,
It
it's,
seems
No,
like
I mean
they
I've
were
been
trying to
here
harvest.
doing what I can down below for a better part of a year, trying to keep my head down. Better part of like 10 years, I think, is what the time frame is. Trying to keep my head down. You know, at one point,
Well-
yeah, we were pulled together. Me, Bonnie, the rest of us. But that dream died a long time ago.
speaking of dreams, that is the main reason we're here. We had a vision of the end of the world, you might say. The Ish Guardians are trying to raise an awakened Tamex.
Last I
And it
heard,
seems-
Tamex was already awakened. Or not awakened, she exists.
Yeah,
What do you mean awaken? You can't awaken a god that's already in force.
maybe it was the Titans that they are trying to awaken.
Now that sounds like the end of the world.
And we can't have that.
No. Well, sounds like there's going to be a big fight at some point, and
Band's getting back together.
it's about the only thing I'm good for these days. So,
I'm not so sure I'm the best choice for this anymore, my friends. I want to
Well-
help in any way, though.
You could definitely be of help. First things first, though. We got to get out of here.
We do. Let us leave. Are we going to what? What are exactly? Because old me would just want to blow up everything, and quite frankly, current me is thinking the same thing.
Well, I really don't
Rude.
like this abhorrent fortress and all of
I
everything
know
you're
the
doing
tiles
inside
are
of it.
horrible.
Krev, do you know anything about this place other than this room?
not really. They brought me in, and they've kept me in here since then. I think it's above the city, right?
Yes,
Right.
quite a ways.
Wait,
Griselda
that's
nods.
not a door, right? Or no, it is a door. 'cause
No, it's
clear-
not a
you
door.
made
This
it.
one's
Okay.
this one's not a door.
Yeah,
Okay.
that doesn't
That's what I
exist.
thought.
This one
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, they brought me in here. Everything they did to me, they did to me in this room. So
Do we want to
I
keep
could
looking
hear
around to see if
sounds
we can
coming.
find some controls?
I mean, I don't know what controls are going to look like for a flying fortress. Maybe you do,
Not exactly.
but I do think we need to get moving. The longer we wait here, the more time we give Neverend to send reinforcements, and they have to know we're here by now.
And I don't think I'm going to be very good at shooting them when they arrive.
No,
Just,
it's a good thing that we have Kriv.
Yeah,
Yes, I can ride on his back or something like that.
I wasn't
and
suggesting
yell.
that.
Oh,
I meant more because he can hit people.
I was going to be like a bit of a hype man during the combat.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
not like a bard, right? I can't stand singing during a
Let me
fight.
hear
Oh,
what
no,
you
I'm
got.
dreadful.
Like, give me some ad libs.
Go Balin. Do much better. Fantastic. Ooh, not in the shitter. Yay!
What was Balin doing in the situation you were just cheering him on for?
Well, you see, he was fighting and he was doing a piss poor job, and then he went to go kick him in the butt, and so I said not in the shitter,
I
because
see.
that's not appropriate sometimes. 'Cause the
I-
guy's got to poop.
All right, well, let's get out of here. Come on.
Here,
Quick
get it.
question: does somebody have the spell book that was dropped earlier? I can't see it on my inventory.
I didn't pick up any of that stuff.
Hold on. I was just looking because I was gonna offer.
I didn't grab it.
No, all I have is the wand.
I'm sure it's somewhere.
Yeah, who the fuck picked it up?
I
I
thought
have
I
a thing
did.
that says spell book, but I thought it said something different, didn't it?
No, I think that's it,
Oh
right?
no, it's in your inventory.
Malachi
Justin,
spellbook. Griselda.
under loot.
Yeah. Maluk.
Oh, can you search the chat? Why have I never seen this?
You're
Search
right.
the
There it is. I'm
chat?
sorry.
Just search Chaz
Well,
messages at the
like
top.
on the right side, the log, the combat log or whatever.
Oh, how do you search it?
The top is a
Just
search.
Oh.
search
Just
chat
search chat
messages.
messages.
Cool.
So I've never seen that until just now. I was like, how did
Yeah.
Rufio find it that fast?
That might be new, but I know you can filter your inventory if you just type in the top of the search bar.
Yeah, there's an inventory filter as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I would hand over to Ferric since it seems like he doesn't have much. The Ring of Expeditious Retreat and the Ring of Competence, and say perhaps these will help on our journey while we're leaving. And I'd also give him the Amulet of Light.
Oh, um, I'm sure I could make use of these. Should we find ourselves in a particularly bad situation?
Well, we usually do.
Make use of me in particularly bad situations. Yes, I know.
Find ourselves in them.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
we're very good at being in them.
But you think now that I'm not a giant thing that shoots stuff,
Right,
maybe
you
you're getting
stand
less
in the
trouble?
back. Just, you try and stay the furthest away from them.
Okay, let's do it.
And yeah, so Celeste, as you sort of go and you all sort of blitzed through this last like quarter of this fortress, and so you didn't really get a chance to look through much. This room does seem to be sort of like like an atrium sort of staging area. You imagine that through the south there is like a sort of like an overlook.
Yeah.
But nothing really stands out super strongly
door
against
real?
it. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is this anything in particular or is this like stuff?
Just stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Where'd you go, Celeste? I was
Over here.
looking at something. Sorry.
I found a portal room.
Clarence and I were having a little discussion. Wait, over here, Marco.
Over here. Polo. I stopped moving. There we go.
I'm lagging. Yeah, it's fine. Am I going the right way or no?
You're going a way.
Well, I'm trying to follow his voice. Does it sound like it's farther away or not?
Hello.
If you're trying to find Celeste, yeah, you're going the wrong way, but
Okay.
he's coming to you. It's fine, or she's coming to you.
Okay. Okay, there you are. Uh-oh.
There's a portal this way. I don't know if that's what we're looking for.
Portal as in...
Like one of the big. Is it a crystal? Is it a portal? What is it?
It's a
They
big
were-
crystal, like
Big
engine.
crystal. One of the big crystals. So, like, if we want to destroy those, that's where one of those is.
Well, we need an escape plan before we start breaking stuff,
Right.
right?
Probably.
What is in here? What?
Nothing really of consequence.
I didn't get the cloak that lets me not take fall damage. So, yeah.
I do not want to jump. I do not like heights.
What's this?
Just a thing on the map. Just
Okay.
a room.
Um.
So this is a big map, and there's a lot of stuff. I didn't
No.
You know.
You're...
go through everything.
I think we've been all the way around here.
Yeah.
Seen anything resembling a control room?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only room that you guys didn't really explore was the one that was locked.
Oh, was it
Right.
locked? Okay. I thought we...
Yeah, we went around and found a different room, I think.
Okay. I thought that was the same room.
This leads to the crystal from the other direction. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just
Well, there's a
stuff.
crystal over here.
Yeah, that's
Before we start breaking stuff, I want to make sure there's nothing we're missing.
Yeah, so as you enter into this room, this was like the room where they were doing like a lot of experimentation and stuff, and you sort of it's where the crest was as well, the unbound crest that you had gathered.
Yeah.
And looking around, sort of looking for anything of value. We'll say we'll do this.
Well, I've been rolling like doo-doo, so let the doo-doo continue.
There we go.
Duh.
Good job. So yeah, Dashel. You next, like in one of the drawers where, underneath where the crest was, you find a series of notes.
Oi, what is this?
You all see that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Idyllium, that's a new word.
Idyllium.
Idyllium.
Sounds like it has to do with Idleshire.
I know it does, but just ignore that.
But it doesn't? Okay.
It does not.
Okay.
That's a bit
It's-
on the nose, don't you think?
Shh. Kick
Let-
rocks. This.
Like unobtainium.
Yeah, it's more ideal from like that sort of etymology than idol. Idol, right?
Right.
Ideal versus idol.
Right. I mean, I don't know how dwarves and gnomes say it. Idleshire.
Idyllium.
Delium. Sorry, I can't read this. Keep getting distracted.
So, in part 5, bullet 1, a crest has to emerge, and then the person has to die for it to be there. I assume if their crest never emerged, then it wouldn't be there after death, right?
Okay, when it like crest, like the idyllium does not exist outside of a crest.
Sure.
So basically, after the only way to have it is for somebody to have one and then perish, and then you have
Right.
an unbound crest.
You're saying it's saying that, yeah. Okay, so yeah, crests spontaneously appear. They don't know why. Only once they've
Correct.
appeared, if someone who has one dies, it becomes idyllium.
Yeah, I mean technically it's idyllium when it's your crest too, but
Sure. Okay. I was
But
making
yeah.
sure that like someone with an unsparked crest wouldn't drop it.
you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Balin didn't know before his sparked.
Yeah.
So it's not stem cells.
No.
No.
So, Griv, what do you know about the crusts?
Well, when I was young, a group gathered us together,
You're talking
Youths
about
from-
the school.
various places. We all had crests. And we trained. The headmaster, he said one day we would be the saviors of everything. Bonnie was there. She was one of our classmates. And we all didn't take it too seriously. We didn't realize how special we were. We hadn't seen the world. One day, that all ended. and the school burned.
Do you know who burned it? Who attacked you?
One of our own. A classmate. He manifested power like we'd never seen. Fiery chains wrapping around everyone, pulling them to the ground, removing them from this plane of existence.
Is that a fancy way of saying you killed them, or did he literally remove them from the plane of existence?
It's a fancy way.
Just seen a lot of shit lately. Just tried to keep it
Yeah.
Keep it all straight.
We only got out of there because of Penny. And Bonnie only got out of there because of Tello.
How many of you survived?
Four. Three, really.
For certain?
Whole place was ash. We went back a couple of years later.
So more could
Ash
have
to the
survived.
point that nothing regrew. Nature
Gorge
didn't come back to reclaim the land. To this day, it's still ash and bone.
That's
Blighted.
awful.
What about the rogue classmate? Did they survive? What was their name?
Zephyrin. He came. We welcomed him into our family. And in the end, he served a higher power and decided that was more important than us.
Those who serve a higher power can find themselves delusional and drunk with it.
Yeah. And sometimes seems like it's the only thing that matters. Matters more than your friends, your family. But we fled. Each of us to our own little corner of this world. Tried to forget. Tried to move on with our lives.
It's not easy to move on after that.
No.
We have heard of this Zevran before, though. That name does ring a bell.
Yeah, I don't imagine people like him go quietly into the world.
No, he's definitely still out there.
People that that believe they serve a higher purpose can do great things. Sometimes awful things, but great nonetheless. He's definitely someone to be concerned about.
Terrible, awful things. We
But
cannot
if
lollygag here any longer.
well, speaking of lollygagging, on the other side of the room, Short Fuse holds up another sheet of paper and just holds it out to you guys.
What'd you find? Let's report Voidsteel Legion. They've got to be inflating these numbers for their boss, right? This is a little ridiculous.
I mean, there's a 94% mortality rate.
Yes, but think about how much
Um,
damage they could do with such a finite number.
You give me 150 men against 3 of those, and I'm pretty sure the men are going to win.
I'm pretty sure you might be wrong.
Well, not the men I knew.
And Balin, where are those men now?
Most of them are still alive, I assume.
Unfortunately, Balin, there are very few people fit for this job. And
Obviously, 30 men take down a giant, and if 30 men can take down a giant, then 50 can take down one of those things.
One of those things almost took down Ferric.
Sounds like you're tooting your own horn there.
Yeah.
But this is good. This is important information. We can hand this off to... Oh, I guess we don't really know yet.
Sorry, I was putting it into
Yeah.
Discord in case Joe gets time to take a look. And you also find in sort of their the things that they were like modifying with spell scrolls. This is part of the because we kind of blitzed through a lot of this area, just because of how we were doing it.
Yeah, we were trying to beat the clock.
Yeah,
Spell scroll jump.
it's real good. But it's also stuff that they would have been using to
Experiments.
enchant these creatures, yeah. And for what it's worth, the overall mortality rate, or successful rate is about 30% with those
Okay.
numbers.
Okay. What is the boot?
Long Strida.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'll take a long strider. And a jump. I have absorb elements already, so anyone else is welcome to that. Celeste already has so much goddamn move speed, she doesn't need the long strider.
I guess I'll take jump, if nothing else, to add it to my spell book.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing to keep in mind is whether or not it's more useful as a scroll or in Griselda's spellbook. So,
Well, there were
Yep.
2 of each, right? So
I know, I'm just saying, in general, keep that in mind.
Yeah. yeah.
Even though I'm giving people the ability to use them,
Nope, we're using them.
IMO, the wizard gets first fucking dibs.
If need be, I can try to create more spell scrolls to pass out. It just requires time and money.
One of which we do not have.
Well, not now, but in the future.
Oh.
Good job,
I
Josh.
rolled.
The level 5 showing y'all up.
This is the high. 11 is the highest roll I've had all night. So
Yeah, so Dashel, as you're sort of passing through, you see the pile of papers that Ferric lit on fire. I believe he lit papers on fire in this room, and
I believe he did, yes.
yes, and you see one that kind of was resilient to the fire. Not necessarily that like it was like had a mild enchantment on it.
Okay.
And you can pick up that and look at this guy.
Veiled tyrants. Veiled tyrant statues. That's got to be one of the statues we found, right?
8 statues
Just 37.
within the city and
Oh.
major houses. We destroyed one of them, correct?
Yes.
But how many more do they need? We have to find them.
If they know we're here and we have this, what does that mean? How fast do we need to move right now?
Are they willing to show their hand now that we know?
I mean,
First
they
off, we need
don't-
to take all of this evidence with us.
yes.
We need to make our way back to the way we got here. We need to deal with Salisa's friend, and then we need to go back to Salisa's and come up with a plan then.
Well, we need to talk to Salisa's father and the other great houses and get
Exactly,
them.
but that starts by
soon as
getting
possible.
Salisa's father on our side.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
It may be a problem to make him a bit more vocal than he was, but that is why I'm here. I think I can do good still, regardless.
Oh.
Mhm.
I should have done that for Dashel as well. Actually, roll an intelligence check for me.
Oh.
There you go. So the acronym GAEA reminds you, and you know exactly what that is referring to. The Galtea Academy of Enchanted Artistry.
Galtaic?
Galtea Academy of Enchanted Artistry.
Oh. Galtea Academy of Enchanted Artistry.
It's where you lived by, and it's also where you guys went to get the signature to get in here.
So that's
And
implying that they're involved?
I don't think that's what it's
sorry.
implying.
Sorry, I missed that. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I've
like the
started
second
reading
paragraph.
it,
Let me read this again.
but where does that show
Yeah.
up at?
Like starting at resource provision.
No,
For the next,
where do I open that?
J,
Jay.
and then
There-
go to the lore, and it should be under notes.
Hey, Salise, what is your friend Judy's name again?
Deception, illusion, filter, Juniper. What is Juniper's last name? Oh, God, she's not. Is she Gautier?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
says
she's
that
Gautier.
it says they have contributed
I don't-
significantly to the Veiled Tyrants project.
Yeah, read the paragraph after.
Okay.
Oh,
They've been modifying her memory. She won't like that. Wait, is that what that implies? Knowledge of project?
Yes.
Okay.
okay. So first we'll ask her how many she believes she's made already.
You said this was the first one, right?
Yeah, but she.
But we know otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
I think you got to break it to her, Salise.
Yeah. She's really good at this. She probably made a lot of them.
Cerise, we have to be easy on her and present all the evidence factually.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna show her this letter.
It'll help without Ferric being there. I'll be honest.
Yeah, she's terrified of Ferric. This is gonna help a lot. This is gonna be so much easier than interacting with her has ever been before in the city.
You think you see Dashel kind of like buck up a little bit, like kind of like puff his chest a little, and it's like, I'm still intimidating.
Not terrifying, exactly.
Is there any way that I would know to restore her memory since we know it's been magically altered?
I would assume no, but I'm not the DM.
Ferric was a walking gun, Dashel. You get that, right?
Yes, but he had my
And he really liked pulling the gun out.
so.
And pulling the trigger. And it's setting it on fire.
I do
He was
love
really
a warm, cozy fire on a cold night.
Found a locked one.
Okay.
Breaking.
One. For restoring someone's memory, it is modified memory is a 5th level spell, and so you think that an equivalent restoration type spell might be able to help,
Okay.
but like it would have to be something like fairly powerful, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think wizards get greater restoration.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I think we'd have to talk to a cleric. I would let folks know, be like, if my memory serves correct, this isn't my field of this isn't on my ability range, but I believe if we speak to a high cleric of sorts that knows greater restoration, they should be able to restore her memory. But that's a lot to ask, and it might be very expensive.
No, that's good to know though. Maybe there's still hope.
At the very least, I think we should try to restore her memories to let her decide what she wants to do with it.
Well, it'd give us more information too. If they're removing key details from her, maybe she knows who she's been talking to, where statues are going, specifically. Who knows? It's definitely in our advantage to see if we can get that done.
Griselda nods in agreement, and she says, "Well, let me know what I can do to help, dear, and I'll be more than happy to help things move in whatever direction we need to."
Just keep an eye out for that in the back of your head, because that's almost going over my head.
Oh, of course, dear. That's what I'm here for. And she gives one of those matronly smiles.
Celise, did you have something to say?
No, I was having an evil thought about lying to her about how she actually did go to the party but forgot because her memory was modified.
Don't
Wow.
don't gaslight her even more.
No, I know. I'm not going to do that.
But so this door that you're in front of, Balin, this was the door that was previously locked with an arcane seal. Fortunately for you, the person who cast this and was keeping this locked does not exist anymore. You can open.
Ah.
And so inside you see what appears to be a sort of living chambers, very finely furnished, and fairly sparse. You don't get the sense that this is like more. You should get the sense this is more like a permanent hotel room than like a primary residence, but still very well done. And yeah, I mean, it would not be a leap of logic to assume this is Malachi's like personal residence in this facility.
Well, let's tip this desk over and see what's inside.
Sure. Let's get
I assume that's the way to the big room we were in earlier.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let's see who gets to find the funnest stuff.
Oh, fucking Dashel. He deserves it. This is
He
his.
just-
He does.
What Dashel? What kind of thing do you want to find?
Oh man, this
Um,
could go anyway.
What kind of thing do I want to find?
Yeah.
I would like to find.
Don't waste it.
Oh, God. I would like to find some sort of personal communique or way that Malachi was in contact with Zevran.
Oh.
Well, you don't find that, but you do find a note
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
or a letter. It's right here.
Data record.
Guess I wasted it, guys.
Well, no, I mean this is. I wasn't gonna like write a whole new thing for you, but you know, you could have found that, or you could have found other stuff.
I think we're looking for.
Oh, House McNary. I guess that's only if the vote went through, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
what that's worth, the meaning behind that is they will be commanded to do this, not
Yes,
that they
yes,
are
yes, yes.
a part of this.
Yeah. That's what that. Yeah. That's what I was asking in so many words. Every time we find something new, it makes me more antsy. What's in here?
And yeah, so if you guys want to talk about the document and then
We
can
have
go
to
on the
get
next-
back to my place.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's making me more antsy. I mean,
Yeah, don't-
this is your sister's name, right?
Let's get out of here. Yeah, that's my sister. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
They're
well-
targeting your family. Let's go.
Also, I'll say, move into the big room. Here, I got it. But
Whee! My characters keep getting caught on corners, following
Yeah.
me.
I know. So you also in that room find Griselda finds a
Oh my
scroll
god.
case filled with scrolls.
Oh man.
Dibs on fireball.
How fucking pretty. Well,
Yeah,
what does
I
Melvin
have
need?
it memorized, so go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Next up is Celise. You find a cloak that has this like almost leaf pattern or feather pattern sort of embroidered into it.
Hmm.
That could be useful at the
And
moment.
Oh, fabricate's super cool.
Fabricate's really cool.
Short Fuse isn't here. Yeah, Fabricate's awesome. Short Fuse isn't here. So Balin, you find a big sack of gold.
Oh, yay.
Nice. John, did you want to take the fireball spell? Because I already have
No.
that one.
Take the fireball spell.
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
I don't know if we're gonna need it, so
You never know.
I mean, need it while I'm here.
John, question: is Dashel a sorcerer or a wizard?
He would be sorcerer.
Okay, I did him as wizard just because I didn't know, but I was just curious.
I was just thinking about how his power would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's magical, but he's not like super magical.
Was he born magical?
Yeah.
And
Did you
sorcerer?
not split the gold between everybody, John?
It only let me pick up 1,700.
Oh,
It like locked
golden.
me out of the rest. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I thought there was like a pickup all or like a split 5 ways or whatever.
Oh, there is a split currency 5 ways button, but I just
Yeah.
grabbed my share and moved on.
Yeah, then everybody just grab your share.
Sorry.
1,700.
Sure. I don't know if it's doing that math right.
It's a computer.
There's-
It has to be.
That is not true.
Yay! I got left one. I took one.
How many ways are we splitting this?
No, you didn't. You just didn't put 1,700 in. And I guess we don't need to give it to Dashel.
I took one. It's mine. Leave me alone. I don't have a home.
Yeah, it only allows me
You're
to
not
take
going to find
1,500.
one in Doma for 1 gold.
But I don't feel right for taking any more than that.
I mean, you say you're Varric. You know, done all this stuff with us. I think you feel justified enough, right?
I suppose. And I am going to have to get back up on my feet. It's not like I have to be a realist here.
Yeah. Take
yeah,
the
I
money.
mean, 8,000 gold would do a lot of good for somebody that has nothing. Celeste. Okay. I did short fuses already, so we can delete that. All right. So, you all have a lot to think about now.
In no time.
Home, home, home.
Yeah. So, what's your
Dashel's
plan?
place.
Well,
So do we like knock knock knock?
I think we
Bring us home.
crash shit.
we
Can I
haven't.
take some time to try to investigate this whole thing and ask if anyone wants to help me to try to figure out how to move it. Like, really try to take time, considering everything we've seen, to see
I don't-
how that can be done.
Have we seen like anything that resembles controls?
Not as much. Everything you've seen has seemed to be like intrinsic to this place, not like a helm or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
I
You know,
think
and
I've been
we
up
need
plenty of
to
ships.
find
I,
our way to
you know how you
portal
steer
back.
things.
Yeah, I mean, and Dashel, you would know this. In the same way that like Doma cannot move, and Celeste as well. Doma cannot move. Part of the magic that like keeps it floating is sort of like satellites. They're in like geosynchronous orbit. It's sort of locked in a place relative to the ground, and so it's not like you couldn't like find Doma's control panel and move it. You imagine it's a very similar technology that is powering this.
We are not going to find a way to power or steer this.
Mm-mm.
So,
We need to either jump or find our way to contact Celise's friend whose name I keep forgetting.
McNeary.
We would contact. Yeah.
So,
McNeary.
of note, she did give you like a signaling device when you left. And it's a similar like concept to the thing that the breakers have, where you crush it and it sends a signal.
Yeah.
It's like a small pendant. I forget who she gave it to, but
Probably Celeste, because I didn't go near her.
yeah.
I don't think it was me.
Was it a
I'll
pendant?
keep
I don't
looking.
think I made an actual item. It was an RPG.
Oh, okay. Then it was probably me. Yeah. All right. Is everyone ready?
Dude,
Before we do, is there
Yeah.
anything we need to discuss before we try to signal and call other people here?
No,
well, she
we need
wanted
to
the crest,
leave.
and we have a crest, and
Oh,
we're not going to
right.
give it to her.
Well,
So we need to do something with it.
Shove it
Oh,
inside
shit.
of short fuse.
yes. No. We have to ask him first.
He seems still detached, as it were.
Yeah.
So let's go. I think we have enough evidence that she's not going to care. And we don't need to say anything about it. I
She's
don't
gonna
recall
ask
finding
about it. It's
anything.
the most important thing.
It was the
And-
one thing they asked for the
And
most.
when she asks for it, we'll ask her if she's already collected some, because her memory has been modified several fucking times.
We're not talking about Juniper.
Yeah,
Who are
this,
we talking about?
McNeary, the
Yeah.
one in charge of the troops, the great house that is
Danny.
the war house,
Oh, that one.
who teleported us here.
I feel like giving somebody a family a crest would probably greatly imbalance things. I feel like everything's
Oh,
gonna
we're
be
not.
tenuous as it is.
Yeah, we're not giving it to her. I mean, we can either make Short Fuse accept it, or we can conceal it in some way, and just tell her we don't have it.
Well, I'm fairly certain they'll be able to sniff something like that out. So we'd have to possibly give it to somebody and kind of let them know that we did have to use it to make sure that we were all okay.
Of note, in the in the report that talked about Idealium,
Yes.
it mentioned that attuning and absorbing a unbound crest is one more difficult than a normal magic item, and presumably cannot be done with any swiftness.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
attuning to a magic item is
Sure.
a short rest. So that is your like bare minimum, which is like an hour.
Okay.
So we can't do it right now. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
you can't.
helpful to know. Okay.
For just to clear things up, you can't just like and call it.
Yeah.
I don't know. The gift that you posted in Discord made me think it was
Well,
feel
yeah,
misled.
that's what y'all are talking about.
Okay. I mean, just and no one tell her we found it. Say we didn't find it. We have way more pressing things to talk about anyway. I'm sure we can bully her into not pursuing it.
Not caring.
We could drop it off the edge and just let it.
And come get it later.
Oh dear.
Let's get going. Hide it, like Balin said. I
Is
am
this
going to start attacking all of you if we don't go protect my sister. Do you understand that?
I'm just looking through my shit to make sure I don't have anything that matters here.
Griselda does nod and says, "Yes, that's a more pressing matter at the moment." You're absolutely right, dear. Let's go ahead and send the signal.
You do, Salish, for what it's worth, you do recall your father mentioning that your sister was being called up for council duty in your stead because you weren't here, and that was
Yeah.
to take place within like about 10 days. So not like tomorrow, but
Immediately? Okay.
yeah. So you have like a
mean,
week or so.
Okay.
Just for
Sure.
your reference,
Sure.
these are things that your character already knows.
Right. Uh-huh. Then we have a little bit more time.
Again, if they know we're here and all this evidence is lying around, how long until they speed up their clock? All right.
What? Good.
I think we just gotta wing it with McNary and just make her see that there are more pressing matters than the crest we didn't find.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Griselda nods.
Griv, on the same page.
I don't really think I have a choice with the lot of you, but yeah.
Just hold your hammer up. Not menacing, but you can see it.
The thing to keep in mind though is this is you said this is McNeary.
Yes. Why?
They They would be strong allies, is all I am thinking.
We're not trying to make them enemies. But you agree we can't just hand over a crest to anybody.
Yes, I agree, but don't burn bridges that you can't afford to burn.
Oh, I know. Trust me. Very good at bridges.
So are we going to break this thing or what?
I
Yeah.
assume it's there we go.
Clap it. Break it open.
As you do, this green mist dissipates into the air.
Well, that was not exactly what I was expecting.
Not everything has to be explosions.
I don't know. I was expecting an explosion.
I was expecting like a giant portal or like
The best
it's
magic is the most elegant magic.
maybe
It's a
an
signal.
octopus.
It's a signal flare.
Yes, but like, how should we like go outside?
Magical. It's magic.
I get what magic is, Celeste.
So then why are you confused?
I'm
That's
not
just to
confused,
show
just-
us that it worked.
That was the signal flare, right? Like, hey, we're here. It might take a minute. You know, you're in
Yeah.
the field, you see a flare go up. Takes 10 minutes to ride a horse over there. So
Plus, she has to open
Well,
the
how
portal
is she
again.
gonna get the horse here, Balin?
it's not a literal horse. And you know that.
I do. I'm quite a bit smarter than I was before.
You sound smarter, at least.
I'm doing okay.
And sometimes you're British.
Sometimes I'm British.
Sometimes you're less British. It varies.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
New accents are hard. I get it.
New accents are hard. At least I don't have to stick with this one for too long.
Yeah, you won't have to do any accents when you're not in this campaign anymore.
Yeah, guys, I have to tell you all something.
What's that?
Oh, fuck. I thought you
I'm
did.
leaving the campaign for good.
You
Just
are?
kid. No.
I was gonna say.
What else am I gonna do with my time?
Exactly.
Jerk and poop.
Ah, god damn it.
So my scene fucking is just broken. That's
Okay.
okay. Like some of you can't move your character tokens, so just don't worry about that.
Yeah. Aha. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's fine. I have no clue why it broke. So we're just gonna. It's a mess. I don't care. Anyways, because it's just a fucking scene setting. So after a couple of minutes, which she did warn you about, so that you can't like do it in the middle of battle and have a quick getaway.
Gotti.
You see appearing in front of you a similar swirling portal that brought you here.
All right, everybody. Buddy system.
I don't think I should go first because she doesn't know who I am.
Buddy.
Or Clarence.
I'll go with you, dear.
Just everyone get snug in the wall over here. It'll be fine.
It'll work eventually.
Takes a second. There you go. Short fuse, come on.
Crib, short fuse, get in here. It doesn't work unless we're all inside.
It's getting hot and sweaty over here. Come here.
Get inside us, short fuse.
Sharfy's busy right now. Did that fix it? Okay, I think I fixed it. Okay, good. And with that,
Oh, 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 oh. Where's
uh,
Kriv?
I'm getting there. God damn it! I had to delete everybody because I had it set up and
Kriv,
then
come back.
it broke, and so it took me a minute. I have to find where the fuck I put Kriv. There he is. Okay, I'm here. And so yeah, so standing in front of you is this sort of small, smallish elven girl, very eccentric. Um, well, I see a couple new faces.
Technically,
it,
one of them's an old face.
I am definitely not a young face.
Nevertheless, I'm glad to see that you all survived.
Well, there was one casualty.
Oh yes, where's your metal man?
I just point at Dashel.
Is this
Oh.
some sort of you pick up a straggler along the way?
No,
Nope.
this is the
This is him.
man that they forced into that machine.
Yes.
Powered by. I don't want to get into it.
It was
We have bigger
complicated.
concerns. It's awful.
But the biggest concern is what we've discovered, and it pertains to you.
I
Oh,
don't
does it
suppose
now?
you have any scrolls of greater restoration, dear, do you?
I think that's maybe a talk for another time. I have
So-
access to a lot of things, but
This would make
well,
things
why
a
don't
lot easier.
why don't we start with
Top
why
level.
don't we start with
The
what
danger
you all accomplished?
that you're
Yes. I see you found
Top level. The Neverend compound was floating above the city. Don't know if you're aware of that. They're
yeah.
making their void steel golems up there. They have a whole refinery, lab, extraction unit, everything. And we found a lot of evidence for their plans for Doma and Ishgard and many of the other major cities around the world.
Yeah, it's quite the conspiracy.
That's I forget. Does she know who you are, Celise? Did you come as Celise or as Glimmerbolt?
Yeah, she knows who I am.
Okay. Well, as you know, that would be a big accusation for what for a fellow great house looking to Celise.
Well, I'm not from a great house, and I'm accusing.
Yes, that's
accusing
what I
as well.
said.
You're welcome to go through the portal and see for yourself. And we do have some paperwork for it.
Much
See,
evidence.
Paperwork. That's a word that I hate hearing, but is so useful.
It is.
Now that you have retrieved your, I guess. Well, no, you've 3 new people.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
this one? Some Ishgardian soldier that you convinced to tag along.
Which
No.
one is she talking about?
Clarence.
Clarence.
Okay.
No, he
about
didn't
Kirby.
get the update when we changed the look of the group.
You kind of looked
Okay,
at his
sort of.
stuff and head kind of sagged.
It's okay. Emmy will help you.
He just came back. Okay, not his fault.
A
Don't
lot
judge.
happened.
Apparently.
Let's
He
just
was-
focus on the most important things, not the companions that we all do trust here.
Well,
That's an odd thing to say, Nick.
it's great that you trust them, but I sent in 5 people and I got back, 7? 3 of which are different, so.
Have you never seen things multiply
Not
when
me.
applied to water?
Well, one was a prisoner up there. She points to her.
Yes, that's the one I
Dragonborn.
expected.
One of them was a metal man, but then was transformed back into the man that he was, and the third one was resurrected from the dead.
Well, interesting.
All
interesting. And so these why don't you start from the top? Tell me what you found,
Well,
what information you've gathered.
Well, we found.
They're trying.
have you ever found felt a tingle in the back of your mind?
No,
Like
no,
you
we
were
don't-
trying.
No, we have real evidence. We don't need to go with a metaphor.
I was
We
just.
found.
I'm gonna hold out the Shadow Accord strategic directive.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
gonna.
gonna hold out.
Don't let her touch it because I don't want her to rip it.
Yeah, and she kind of looks at you, Dashel. I am not one that
Feels things in the brain.
likes
Easy now.
to
Music is what
speak
makes her
in
feel things in
ephemeral
her brain.
terms.
Oh. What
He's-
terms do you like?
And
Dashel.
further,
Ferric.
you
Ferric,
one
calm
does
down.
not rise to my status and station if you have the brain of a Twinkie, Twixie, a Pixie. That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, good. Insults didn't come as your forte, did they?
No, I'm just a
Eric.
DM who is trying to figure out an accent that isn't working.
You're trying real hard, though, and I
I'm
appreciate
trying.
that.
I appreciate it too. Thank you.
But yes, don't think I don't understand complicated situations.
Well,
And
the best
don't
way.
think that I am any less than you because of your quote-unquote station.
And said that not at all. So, what have you found?
Just holds out the papers.
We
You
found their
don't want to
plan
hear from me, so here
to
you go.
usurp the council proxies. And
They're trying to
pass.
start a war,
Yeah.
and the Ishgardians we know as well are attempting to unleash a Titan, I believe.
Well, I don't know much about that, but Ishgard has been at war with its neighbors for. I mean, open war only the last few years, but
It's been going on for a long time.
And they've been having
There's-
Juniper enchant statues for them and wiping her memory repeatedly.
who?
Oh, she's a member of the Gautier house.
Ah,
Very talented enchanter.
I'm gonna switch to the Veil Tyrants project report. We have evidence on their plan to position teleportation devices throughout Doma, Raxon, Idleshire, Ishgard, Yulmore.
We're not sure
deploy
how
their
far
troops.
they've gotten.
We destroyed
Doma.
one here already. We found it before we went up there.
And we asked Juniper, and she was working on one. Right?
well, it looks like most of their plans are near completion.
Yes.
We've managed to stall them a little bit. We
Well,
hope.
I hope too. You said you destroyed one of these statues.
We did. It was near imperceptible. But once we saw it, it was like it had always been there.
Good description.
Well,
We don't know
I
how to
think-
find more.
well, I think if you said you knew the spellcrafter who created this enchantment.
We do.
That's
Well-
actually why we were asking for that restoration scroll.
Well, see, having
It all
reason
ties
for asking
together.
for yes, and having reason for asking for something might facilitate the acquisition. We'll put it that way.
I'll
We
just
apologize.
say
We just got a
we're
bunch of
a bit
information.
rushed from all the information.
Yes, I know. Your blood is all running hot and decisions made in the middle of battle or shortly after don't benefit from calm reason. So,
I think
from what I can see here, the most pressing matter is
the targets,
this. The what?
the target list for the people in Doma where they're trying to pass.
Precisely.
Yes. We got to find these people
The-
and protect them as soon as possible.
The council dictates the city, and even my house is bound to its rule. Now, it seems that it might not infallible, but it might be compromised in ways.
Yeah, that's a good word.
And
I would say riddled with poison.
Compromised.
yes, all of these are
Ready to be purged. He just looks
Well,
at Balin.
What
It's like
of
tweaking a little bit, like shut the fuck up.
what of House Nevrand? What is the state of it? Do you know?
Oh, Malachi?
And we know the state of him, and it's
We know the state of
deceased.
Malachi. He's quite, he looks good. He
He'll be
looks quite,
indefinitely indisposed.
yes, like his body looks relatively fine, but he's quite
I-
dead.
Celise. He's coughing.
Mm-hmm.
Would you kindly inform your friends about the use of ephemeral language? Because
What?
all of them have
He's
just
a bit bombastic.
exactly what we just talked about.
Just be direct, guys. It's okay.
Dead.
Sweetie.
Malachi's very dead. We don't know
he's
what's going
deader
on
than a
with the rest of the
doornail.
Nevrons.
We don't know what's going on with Ferric here.
He
either,
turned
Cole.
into some kind of demon before he died.
a big eye
Oh.
opened
A giant eye with chains around it opened in the sky.
and then he turned into a demon, and it didn't seem like he really liked it or had much of a choice.
No, it seemed like it hurt him that he was a demon.
He also
Well-
seemed to have barriers of a very high quality that even surprised me.
Malachi and the Neverlands are one of the strongest spellcrafters and wizards that exist in this world. I would not be surprised by any enchantment that they were able to erect. Of all of the houses, they are probably second in that regard after Vestra. Now, as for this demon, you say, well, Celise, you went through the academy. You should know what these symbols mean.
Putting you on the spot.
Which symbol?
The all-seeing eye and fiery chains.
I mean, I
You
believe
know.
that's Tamex.
Yes. Now, to my knowledge, the Neverlands were not overly religious.
No, but they
But
seem
they
to be in a
s-
partnership with the Ishgardians.
Yes.
Who are very religious. Zealots.
Yes.
Zealots.
They do seem the type of. So, I think perhaps some. There's gonna be so much paperwork.
Well, paperwork could happen after we do the things.
And why
No,
would there be
paperwork
so
has
much
to happen
paperwork?
before the things.
Well, that
Mr.
never stopped me
Balin.
before.
Yes, but here there is decorum, and if we hope to
Oh,
rally
so
the
we have to be
city,
direct, but you can go through decorum now?
yes, when you are instantiating martial law to arrest one of the major houses of a city, yes, you do have to have some decorum, because otherwise, you cannot rally the rest of the city behind you. You
Where
are
are you going to
lucky
get from?
that my house has the power and ability to do that.
We have you in your house, and I believe we can convince Salisa's father with Salisa's help. What
Yes,
do we
and
need?
that,
All the rest of the houses, or is two enough?
well, there will be three. There are three besides
Right.
Nevrand, or not that. Yeah, Nevrand. Um, and Vestra, we can, I am sure, can convince with the evidence provided. They are, like I said, very intelligent.
How long do you think it'll take to rally support? Because as you said, it looks like their plans are very much underway, and we have to get to these targets before
Uh,
anything bad happens.
the next communion is in, I think, 9 days. So presumably, nothing amiss can happen. But I will send a guard to each of them. They are
One guard.
a guard, like a duty of guards.
Okay.
But I don't think that this will be an issue before the communion is to take place. From this, it looks like they were to be intercepted on their way, not kidnapped a week before.
Says subdue and intercept council proxies.
Yes, what good does it do to intercept someone and kidnap them a week before? The
Yeah.
idea is that it is not known that they have been intercepted. Am I reading this wrong?
I don't think so. Would
Then
any of the other names on there look familiar to me?
I mean, they may be like classmates of yours or
Uh-huh.
people that you know, but like nothing relevant.
Nothing too major. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, like in general, like the people that are chosen for the council meetings are not like, I mean, there's not really that many like low born, but they're like, you probably know like at least one other name besides your sisters on there, I would say.
I guess the question then is, how close to the chest do we want to play this? Do we need to catch them in the act, trying to subdue and intercept? How long is it going to take to get support?
I think with the evidence that you have acquired and the evidence that we can find when we raid the Nevran compound, I think support will find its way easy once we begin.
Well, perhaps we should get started.
As for the less local matters here,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
this Tyrants Project and the Void Steel Legion, this goes beyond the borders of Doma. We have some diplomatic relations with the other countries. Obviously, they are trade partners, but I think for my personal interest, I do not wish to become a zealot of this so-called one true God. I am very
Definitely not.
happy with my lot here. So, I think we need to find a way to contact them and set up a sort of council of our own.
That
And of
sounds like a fine
course,
plan.
you all would be a part of it. You are
Of
closer to
course.
this than anyone else. And if we are to create some sort of alliance, your words will be the ones to sway them, not mine.
Of course.
I think some of you are from these places, yes?
Yeah, isn't the rest of your guild in Raxon? Do you have a way to contact them?
It was the
We
owl how
do,
we
yes.
contacted them?
We've
Was
the
it owl?
owl.
Do we have
Order
the
of a
owl?
Stone Owl.
Yeah, he got it back from.
Yeah,
that was
I've
one
got
of
the
those-
Okay.
owl.
Also, is John Dorsey's camera working for anybody else?
No.
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 I just see his character.
I didn't know if he had it turned off
There he
or...
goes.
Okay.
He had it turned off. Yeah.
Okay.
I've had it turned off.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I'm jerking, but not pooping.
That's fine.
Maybe I'm. Well, I don't. It's a really comfortable chair, but I don't really want to leave.
Yeah,
Walk
wouldn't
around
that
down.
make you
But,
extra not want to poop in it?
Yeah. I don't know.
I
I can
will-
always clean it.
I have some diplomatic contacts with some people. I will see what I could do to... Oh, I lost the accent. Boy. I will see what I can do to gather them. It will take a few days, though.
Perhaps we should make some allies in the city below.
I think you already have. She
Yeah.
kind of looks to Kriv.
Yes, we have allies. He looks around at the group. But Doma needs allies. And there's going to be some recompense that needs to happen. But
Very well. I think opening some communication might be in order as well.
I mean, isn't the Asgardian army like down there, or a bunch of
Exactly.
soldiers?
we have to handle this delicately. But opening that communication with the city below is very important. And building a future between both cities is equally as important. They cannot be allowed to live in squalor like that just because they're not magical. Quote unquote.
I mean, some of them are magical, yeah.
Exactly.
For a long time, the council has decreed how it will. Not everyone that lives here agrees with the council, but that is the way it has been.
But that is not the way it should be.
It doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to be.
Then
We can do this. As a council, as a group.
Just sounds like the turning point of a movie. The music in the background. It's like, it doesn't have to be this way. Yeah.
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 one great house will fall. The houses that built up this city and have controlled it for so long. With it, perhaps this city itself will die, and a new turning point will take its place. But this will be a matter of discussion.
Yes. For now, we need to focus on the protection of those on that list.
Yes, I know. I will take care of this. I. The.
What's
What are we
next?
gonna do about the Neverend in the meantime? Are we just gonna
Oh.
let them think that we don't know? They know we were in their compound.
Yes, I don't
They
think
know we
that.
probably have evidence.
I do not think that there is much time. Or, sorry, I do not think that there is.
I don't think they
thi-
are bold enough to act quickly.
I don't think there is much chance that they will not know that things have changed. And so, swift action, I think, is the best course.
So can we convene this
However,
meeting like now?
however, one house acting alone is not within jurisdiction.
Well, the
But two
Neverend are acting
houses
alone.
for seizing.
So you're
them,
saying we need to find the other house?
we need
I'll
two
point to
houses.
Celise.
Well, that should be simple enough. Let us go to Celise's house.
Miss
It's-
Troxley, do you speak on behalf of your house?
My dad likes
Dashiell,
my enthusiasm, but he
Dashiell kinda
doesn't
nudges
necessarily
her.
always agree with it.
This is a character-defining moment, Celise.
Dashiell kind of nudges her.
You can
like,
run to Daddy, or you could say he could stand up and say you speak for him.
I don't know what that means in terms of actually making a decision. I don't get to just make a decision because I say that I'm the boss.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you know
you
we have
do.
You
to act
can.
with such-
You
if you know we
can.
have to
Yes,
act with
I
such,
do.
like, expeditedness, then
Dashiell was gonna nudge you before everybody started talking. By the way,
Well, perhaps he can serve as an envoy to help communicate any wishes.
Very well. And she
Is there-
pulls her hand down the air, and as she does, a piece of vellum like unburns down. She places it in front of you. You start reading it, and it looks like a declaration of martial law to the extent of investigating and seizing the House Neverland. She
since
takes
did
a quill,
Okay.
signs it.
I was gonna say, since she did something cool to get this parchment, can I sign my name with like the tip of a little piece of lightning and like burn it into the document?
Yeah. I don't
Cool.
care if you do magic. You're magic. You do magic shit. You do magic
Yeah,
shit.
cool.
That's fine.
Yeah, I do magic shit. Yeah, I make like a little lightning bolt pen and use that to sign my name.
That's technically what like prestidigitation is for.
yeah,
It's
Right.
like
Yeah.
to cover
do
it's like
stuff
a
like-
catch-all.
Do cool little
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Well, very well then. And she, as she like walks away, or walks to like go and like, oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Dashiell pulls out the pistol. Yeah.
I will slap you,
Yeah.
and it will hurt.
It will.
So yeah, as she walks away and like sort of starts leading you towards the front, her clothing sort of like transforms into this military regalia.
Oh.
Well, let us go and right some wrongs, yes.
Precisely.
And so she leads you to like there's this like elevator and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
That leads you up and stuff like that.
Did we come down like right here? I think.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a weird map.
No, it's got to be the same place where my immersion's broken.
Okay, so go and sit in the CT machine, and that launches you like a Willy Wonka elevator all the way to the surface.
This one right here, right?
Yeah. The CT machine. You know what that is, Balin. Oh, and before I forget, I believe you were asked to retrieve something for me. Were you able to find anything?
All we found was this evidence and a few scrolls, which were kind of nice.
He's lying.
Yeah.
What
He's a
did
poor
you-
liar, so I just wanted to go ahead and be honest with you.
I don't think I'm a poor liar.
I think you are.
Balin,
Well,
seriously.
I meant like
It's
Balin.
okay.
I don't think Balin's a poor liar.
You have a...
He has
Poor
plus
poker
6 in
face.
deception.
That's...
well,
I was
assure
about
you-
to look at you and give you like a look to not lie, but you started too fast.
yes.
You gotta
we want
look
to be honest.
faster. It's not my
Um,
fault.
Hey, Josie.
Hello,
Hello.
Hello.
short fuse.
We shove it down Shortfuse's pants and run away.
Bye.
You see,
I assume he's in the car. I don't know if he can talk.
Oh yeah.
think I
Sammy,
can.
when
Yeah.
yeah, he can.
Hey. I have to keep it muted
Sammy.
most of the time, but I'm driving home.
Nice.
Fair
Yay.
enough. Were you able to? Did you read the like 3,000 words I sent you?
Yeah, I read most of it. I
Of
didn't
course
get
he did.
through a lot of it or grok it all, but I think I'm close. I think I
Okay.
understand. It's going to take a while to attune. We're going to have to fake it for now, but it's going to be possible. But maybe
Well, I just got ratted out trying to fake it.
Uh-huh. He just tried to
That's
lie and we
unfortunate.
called him out.
Dashel
That's
knows
unfortunate.
better.
Well, play
See,
on.
Sammy, when we freed this crest, we had a vision of the goddess Mishkal. And we feel like our friend Shortfuse would be best equipped to handle whatever power is inside of this. We're not quite sure it lines up with your usual requirements
Intentions.
for power.
Well, I will say this. There is a great danger in these objects. Most everyone who has ever possessed one will, let us say, they do not tend to live long lives.
Yeah, but we have him. And I point at Kriv. He's lived one
This
of the
one-
longest lives with one.
He is still young, and he has kept his head down. And I just want you to know that if there was different circumstances, I would not be raiding the Neverlands tonight. I would be throwing all of you in jail for trying to steal.
If we didn't think it necessary, we would not have come back.
Well, like we said, you're sorely in need of allies, I think.
We are.
We are, which is why I opted to not lie to you.
And I think when we speak to everyone, all of the great houses that are left, and the ones from the various regions around this world, we will bring this up again. If we are to stop whatever it is that Isgard is planning, it would be sensible that an artifact such as this would be utilized by those with the most impact on the times to come.
Seems like our ideas align.
So, for the time being, why don't you leave it with me, and we will discuss this at a later date, when we have the combined knowledge of the realm at our fingertips.
I would respectfully disagree. I think it's safest in our hands. Whether applied or unapplied.
I think you'll find I have an army to protect me.
I think you find that we can outrun and maneuver an army better than your army could.
Well, we will see.
We shall. And Dashel, how do we leave? Oh, Dashel's
Stands awkwardly at the door, waiting for her to let you out.
Dashel's like,
Guys, be
fuck
so
off,
kind
I'm
and open the
leaving.
door for us so we can storm out.
Farron's always got to have the last word.
There doesn't
How do you,
have
how do you
lots of-
slam a
He's
portal?
going through a lot. He found out that his
Shush,
daughter was
boy.
inside
Joe?
of his chest.
Joe,
Yeah, sorry.
what did you say?
I was just saying, how do you slam a portal?
How do you slam a portal?
You don't, you just like sashay through it and like flip your hair very sassily. It's really all you got.
Finger behind you as you go through.
Yeah.
That's right.
Walk through backward.
She sort of motions for you. Well, carry on.
Is it this way? This.
Yeah, well, you must say the magic word, of course.
Please.
See, diplomacy. You taught them well, Celise.
Who said please?
She opens up and you all begin rising through this like magical elevator. Sort of, and you appear back in like this like barracks sort of area. And as soon as she exits, you can see that she starts like entering into like command mode and starts barking orders at everybody.
What does that sound like?
I can't bark orders in this accent. I'm sorry.
I just wanted you to bark in an accent.
No. And I will, Celise, I'll be in touch within within a day. We will set up the meeting with everyone. I will let you know.
That sounds good. Thank you. I'll be looking forward to it.
Very well. Be
Proud of you,
safe.
Sleeves, for standing up, taking
The
responsibility.
threat is not done. Do not
I-
keep your eyes peeled. Yes.
I didn't know I could just do that.
I
There's
have
usually so many steps and paperwork. I just
But now we need to go tell your dad.
Whew.
Hey Dad, I signed us up for an allegiance to raid and destroy another house.
Yeah, it's
No, but
it's-
they're like
it's-
really bad.
It's this new thing called timeshare.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was fucking thinking about. Clarence isn't here, by the way. Just
Oh God,
Do we have anything that can help us see those statues?
Guys, I'm exhausted.
I mean, at this point,
I don't think we do.
Balin's hoofing it.
yeah, the next like thing that really happens is gonna be like the meetup with everybody.
Yeah, like we can.
And that's gonna be most of a
forward to
session.
that.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be like most of the next session.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, we're gonna go back and meet.
Yeah.
We
So
can
if there's
make sure-
anything less like RP heavy that we want to do, like at the Troxleys or what have you.
Clarence needs new armor,
Ferric's going
a new shield.
Ferric's dead.
straight. No, Dashel is going straight to the bathroom.
The
Downstairs.
cleaning room.
The cleaning room. downstairs.
Upstairs, I thought.
He's like, I got some new holes I gotta try out.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it. He's gonna die. He's gonna sit on the nozzle and die.
I would actually spend most of the funds that I just got.
Yeah, we'll go through that. Like any like logistical stuff between
Yeah.
sessions.
Next time on D&D.
Yeah, pretty much.
Last
Because yeah, we'll have to.
Make the
We'll
notes.
basically open up with like having a couple of days pass.
Do we want to do anything with Juniper and like find a scroll?
I think I'm going to be German next session.
We're not Scottish.
I'm already doing that
Are you?
with Craig.
Oh, Craig, right.
Sad Scottish impression.
Drinking problem and all.
Definitely.
Doesn't
definitely
help
not
that
best.
like mine's like Eastern European, and it like blends into. We blend into each other half the time.
You guys are, yeah, you guys are a lot.
Saturn! Please, Saturn! No, don't let me die again, Saturn.
And both of the girls just use their normal voices.
They're a little.
They're a little
Cheers is a little
affected,
higher.
but yeah, they're both a little higher and cheery. Usually, not always cheery, but Ophelia's cheery.
Ooh,
But yeah,
get things.
Yeah, shares is higher.
But yeah, very good session, guys.
It's fun, thank you.
Joe, there's if you have time, will be the recording of it.
Yeah, I was
so
just
you can
thinking
listen.
that would be great.
Yeah, so you can listen to. There's a lot of good RP, and like, the one piece of RP that I really wanted was between you and Dashel. And so we'll get to that next session. Because like
Okay.
at the end of the day, you've been inside of Ferric.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not looking forward to leaving. I don't want to, or he doesn't want to. So yeah.
Yeah, so we'll definitely open with that.
Okay.
And then yeah, and so like you joined in I think after it, but McNeary is going to set up a meeting with heads of state essentially, or at least delegates, to discuss the like 4 documents that I sent you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We convinced her, and Celise signed off on her house like a big
Mhm.
girl.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to pick that up from context. That sounded right, but
Yeah.
thanks for explaining.
Yeah. And so yeah, if you have time, listen through it.
Definitely.
And yeah, and like I think we found a handful of items. Mostly it's the documents that we found.
Found a lot of scrolls.
Yeah, a handful of scrolls and random stuff, and so.
Okay.
And so yeah,
We
we'll.
we took all of your gear and put it on Dashel.
Oh, but I need that.
Nah,
It's not gonna.
he
fit
likes the
anyway.
hat.
You took his cock cannon.
Yeah, yeah.
Shoots bombs.
That does look pretty good on him. It's called a strap on.
Oh God.
Oh Lord. All right, I'm ending the recording.
I'm glad I fit that one in.
Oh, that was.